Are your remote workers still explaining and documenting complex issues with pen and paper? Did you know your mobile device can take pictures for documentation, which can then be archived and referenced later? With SOTI Snap, you can create an app to leverage the camera widget and make it easy to take pictures, edit them, and add annotations and submit them to a server for later use. This can increase your remote workers' performance, significantly reduce the cost of document processing, and have a positive impact on the environment through the elimination of paper processes. I'm MJ, and I'm a principal instructor here at SOTI. In this video, I'll show you how to set up the camera widget in a SOTI Snap app. Let's create an app for my friend Sharon, who runs a home renovation company. In this app, she can capture reference images for her business, add annotations, and submit these images to the server so they can be documented using our app. Let's begin. Here in SOTI Snap, we have created the app's home screen with buttons to take you to the pages to either create a new project or view existing projects. First, let's create these pages and link the buttons to them. The New Projects page will be the page we use to capture the pictures and submit them to the server. For this, we'll create a form. Click on the Projects tab in the left side menu. Click on the green plus sign in the top right corner of the Projects panel. Choose Form and give it a name. For this demonstration, we will call this form New Projects. Click Add. Here you can see page 1 of the form is created with its default settings. We will edit these settings later. First, let's name this page Capture Images. Next, let's create the View Projects page. Click on the green plus sign again in the top right corner of the Projects panel. Choose Page and name it View Projects. Click Add. Now we have 2 pages added. Let's set up these pages with the required widgets. Click on the Capture Images page in the Project panel. By default, this form page contains 2 label widgets, 2 text boxes, and a Submit button. We will only need 1 text box, 1 label, and the Submit button, so let's delete the first label and the second text box. Click on the remaining text box and navigate to the text box Properties panel in the right side menu. In the Name field, type Project Name. In the Display Text field, type Enter Project Name here. On the mobile canvas, click on the Name label and navigate to the Label Properties tab on the left side menu. Under Display Text, change the text to Click on the icons to take or upload a picture. Now let's add the camera widget. Click on the Widget tab in the left side menu. Drag and drop the camera widget onto the mobile canvas in between the label and the Submit button. With the camera widget selected on the mobile canvas, navigate to the camera properties on the right side menu. The General section is where we will configure the camera widget properties. Let's rename the widget to Images. You can check the Required box if you want to make adding a picture a required field. In this case, we will leave this option unchecked. The Allow Image Editing box is enabled by default. This allows the user to make any necessary edits to the picture before submitting. Let's keep this enabled. We will also check the Allow Caption box to let end users add captions under each picture. Once you check this box, you can then specify a character limit for each caption. Under Camera Settings, you can specify the number of pictures the end user can take per submission. You can allow up to 10 pictures per submission. Finally, you can change the picture quality. Reduce the file size by reducing the quality to a lower percentage. In our case, we will use the default, which is 25%. Before we move on to the View Projects page, let's edit the Submit button to navigate to the View Projects page once the data has been submitted to the server. Click on the Submit button on the mobile canvas. In the Button Properties panel on the right side menu, click on the Events tab. Here you can see the button has default actions that submit the data, sync the data with the server, and then reset the form. We will add the Navigate action by clicking on Add. Click on the Select Action field and choose Navigate. Click on the Select a Page field and choose the View Projects page. Click Add, then click Save. Now when the end user clicks the Submit button, the data will be submitted, synced with the server, the form reset, and they'll be taken directly to the View Projects page. Now that we have our Capture Images page set up, let's set up the View Projects page. Select the Projects tab on the left side menu. Click on the View Projects page in the Projects panel. Next, click on the Widgets tab in the left side menu. From the Widgets panel, drag and drop the List View widget onto the page on the mobile canvas. Navigate to the List Properties panel on the right side menu. Under the Select Form section, click on the field and choose the New Projects form in the drop-down menu. Under Select Fields to Display, click on the Select Option field and choose Project Name. This will display the project name the end user enters in the text field on the Capture Images page. In the Actions section, check on the Modify Record box, which will allow the end users to go back and edit the project. Under the Navigate To section, click on the Select Form Page drop-down and choose the Capture Images page. If you want to give the end users the option to delete this project, check the Remove Records box. There is also an option to sort the records. In this case, we will leave this unchecked. Next, let's add a back button so that we can return to the Capture Images page. With the Widgets tab selected, drag and drop the button widget onto the canvas under the List widget. In the Button Properties panel on the right side menu, click on the Display Text field and change the name to Back. Next, click on the Events tab. Here we will add the action to navigate to the Capture Images page when the button is clicked. Click Add in the Actions section, then click in the Select Actions field. Choose Navigate. Click on the Select a Page field and choose the Capture Images page. Click Add, then click Save. Now that we have our camera widget set up, let's publish this app and see what it looks like on the device. Here we have my friend Sharon using the renovation app we've created. By tapping on the New Project button, she is taken directly to the Capture Images page. She gives the project a name by tapping on the text box and typing Reno. If Sharon wanted to upload an already existing image from her camera roll, she can tap on the image icon and navigate to the image she would like to upload. In this case, Sharon would like to take a new picture, so she taps on the camera icon. You'll notice the camera has been launched on her device and is ready to take a picture. Sharon takes a picture of the front view of the kitchen. She will now see a preview of the picture she just took. If Sharon is not satisfied with the picture, she can tap the X, which prompts her to retake the picture. When Sharon is satisfied with the picture, she taps the check mark and is taken to the photo editor. Here she can crop, rotate, and add annotations or text to the picture. She starts by cropping the picture. Sharon taps on the crop tool icon located to the left of the paintbrush icon. A white crop box is placed around the image. She can adjust the sides and corners of this box by dragging them inward or outward. Once she is finished cropping the image, she taps Done. Next, Sharon annotates text to the picture by tapping on the text tool icon. She types the text and then selects the color. Once she is finished, Sharon taps on the image outside of the text area. She can now resize the text as well as drag and drop it to the desired position on the image. Sharon taps the check mark to finish editing the image. The edited image is now saved to the photo viewer. Underneath the image, she can add a caption by tapping on the Add Caption button. Here, Sharon can add reference notes which will be tagged to the image. She adds the caption Front View, then taps Add to finish the caption. To take another picture, Sharon simply taps on the camera tool icon and takes one more picture. Here she takes a picture of the right side view and taps the check mark, which opens the photo editor again. In this picture, Sharon draws an annotation. Sharon taps the crayon icon. Here she can change the size and style of the annotation by choosing between a pencil, a crayon, or a highlighter. She selects the highlighter and taps X. She taps on the color picker and selects her desired color. In this case, she chooses red and then taps X. To highlight an object, she slides her finger across the object in the image. Sharon highlights the microwave. Next, she will switch to the crayon icon and draw an arrow to where she wants the microwave to be relocated. If she makes a mistake, she can always tap the undo button on the left or use the eraser to correct the mistake. She taps the check mark when finished. Next, Sharon adds caption for this image and types right side and taps add. She can now swipe left or right to see her images and captions in the photo viewer. Once she is ready to submit these images, Sharon taps the submit button. The images have been submitted to the server, the form has been reset, and Sharon has been taken to the View Projects page. Notice in the table, she can see the projects listed. If she would like to make further edits to any of these images and notes of this project or take another picture, she can tap on the 3 dots of the project she would like to edit. Here she is given the option to either delete or edit the project. If she deletes the project from her device, it will still be saved on the server because it was already submitted. In this case, she chooses Edit. Sharon is now in her project with the images in the photo viewer. She swipes to the image she would like to edit and taps the caption to edit the caption and adds Move Microwave Down to the existing caption. Once Sharon has finished editing, she taps Submit. This resubmits the project to the server and overrides the original submission. Now that we have a project submitted, let's see what it looks like in the SOTI Snap server. In the SOTI Snap console, click on the hamburger menu and choose Apps. Here you have a list of all your apps. Find the app that you are looking for and navigate to the far right side. Click on the 3 dots and in the drop-down menu, choose Report. Click on the Details tab. Here you can see all the projects that have been created with this app. Find the project name specified in the app. To view the picture, click on the link under the Images column. Note that the column name is the same name given when the picture was taken with the camera widget in the Properties panel. Once you click on the link, an image viewer appears allowing you to navigate between images as well as see the annotations and notes created in the app. Click the X on the right of the box to exit the viewer. Finally, you have the option to delete this project from the server or export it to a file. To do this, click on the radio button to the left of the project name. At the bottom of the console are the options to export the project to a PDF file, a CSV file, an XML file, or you can delete the file by clicking on the trash can. If you delete the file from the server, it will be deleted from the device the next time the end user logs into the app. Sharon now has a fully functional app where she can organize all her renovations, generate reports, and collect data on any project she's working on. This will help her make on-the-fly adjustments, tackle more projects, while making sure that all the data collected is backed up and secure. So if anything happens to her device, she can re-download the app on the new device and will be back up and running in no time. And that's it. In just a few minutes, I've shown you how to leverage the camera widget to increase your remote workers' performance and significantly reduce the cost of document processing. Thank you for tuning in. Click subscribe to get the latest updates. To learn more about how the SOTI One platform reduces the cost, complexity, and downtime of your business-critical mobile and IoT operations, visit SOTI.net.